Thank you so much. Good afternoon, good evening to everybody. It's really great pleasure, and I'm so happy that I have the opportunity for the second time to speak in this program with my homeopathic colleagues from all over the world. And I don't know what to say, just bravo to everybody, because it's, more than 200 days together with a lot of very, very good lectures. When the organizers contact me about this topic, what needs to be done to make homeopathy #1 medicine in the world, I was thinking what to say and what message to bring to all my colleagues. And I realized that I can only speak from my own experience and from my experience here in Serbia and in the Balkans. But before we start with what we can do to bring homeopathy as #1 on the list, maybe we should ask ourselves why homeopathy is not #1 in the world. As my colleague said in introduction, yes, I worked for pharmaceutical companies for several years, and first I started as allopathic doctor. So I have some kind of experiences how to put something that we work and believe in it at the first, as #1. Okay, maybe maybe the homeopathic medicine is not #1 in the world because for decades allopathic medicine and pharmaceutical companies were so aggressive with their work. Also they had all the media, and maybe because of that kind of approach, homeopathic doctors didn't have a space, time, and maybe faith to, speak out louder. Today, also with this COVID pandemic, I think that we showed that we can do successfully treating patients with COVID and also with some other very serious diseases. I think that we can start with ourselves and ask ourselves, do we have enough strength, faith, and energy to make some differences? I spoke with my colleagues from Balkans, and they all love homeopathy, and they are very successful doctors as homeopathic doctors. But they are so afraid to speak out loud because they thought that there will be huge consequences from the government and from the healthy government in Serbia and the Balkans if they speak loud about their experiences and what they did with the treatment, not only COVID patients. So I think that we have to have our own way how to put homeopathy as #1 medicine in the world. In my personal opinion, I think that we should not be so aggressive as pharmaceutical companies and allopathic doctors, but we have to find our own approach full of faith and approach that we can show how successful we are with no fear, and also not be so, just following one path of homeopathy. What I mean when I said one path of homeopathy, we have to be aware that some people believe only in allopathic medicine, some people believe only in homeopathic medicine, but maybe we can make a cup of tea that we can, arrange allopathic and homeopathic medicine together. For example, if you have a patient that they believe in painkillers and they want to take it, okay, then that is okay. The other part of the treatment, maybe it can be only homeopathic. So I think that the first step is to be, as homeopathic doctors, more louder. And also maybe we can, make a contact with some very celebrity people and VIP people who have faith and beliefs in homeopathy, and they have in their own families, the contact with the homeopathic doctors, and they like to have the treatment with the homeopathic doctors. So I think that we can do, everybody's from our region, step by step, something new, something louder for our community, and to put homeopathy as #1 medicine in the world. I don't think that this COVID situation is something which will do us, I think that COVID situation is not something that will, I don't know how to say it, will slow us down in our mission. I think this COVID situation showed us that we are very successful, very fast, and that we can do this situation to promote homeopathy as #1 for COVID patients. Thank you so much.
Great. Great. Thank you, ma'am. So that is a nice speech. Anyway, we were #1 in the world, right? Earlier, we were #1 in the world. Am I right? Am I right, Dr. Manu?
Yeah.
Is there any disturbance?
No. Here. Please continue.
Okay, so we can go for the next panelist, Dr. K.R. Janardhanan Nair. This is a senior homeopathic doctor having 42 years experience. 42 years clinical experience. Is there any disturbance? Abel?
Yes.
Slight disturbance in your voice.
Yes.
Sir, it is from Manoj sir mic.
Okay. Doctor, please take.
Okay.
So I would like to call our second panelist, Dr. K.R. Janardhanan Nair from India. He's a senior homeopathic doctor having 42 years of clinical experience, passed in DHMS from Adirashram Homeopathic Medical College in the year of 1979. Great. Secured his BHMS from University of Pune and MD from DKMM Homeopathic Medical College, Aurangabad. That's in India, and Master of Hospital Administration from University of Calicut. Great. Joined in CCRH as research assistant during 1987. Worked in different capacities in different clinical research projects in units and institutes under Central Council of Research in Homeopathy, CCRH in Homeopathy, under Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Joined as Assistant Director at Central Research Institute for Homeopathy, Kurchi at Kottayam in Kerala in 2010, and worked as officer in charge from the year 2012. Taken step from its development as National Homeopathy Research Institute in Mental Health. And in 2017, Institute was upgraded as a National Institute. Great. PG courses, okay. In MD in Homeopathy as a psychiatry. Medicine in 6 seats were started at NHRIMH Kottayam, and now 3 batch students are enrolled. Great, sir. Recently working as a senior consultant in Masliva Medicity, Pala, Kottayam, which is multi-specialty hospital where homeopathy and Ayurveda also included on as treatment of choice. Like Dr. Isabella said, am I right? Okay. Anyway, you have good things to say. Please, Dr. K.R. Janaya. You can unmute and you can discuss for the next 10 minutes.
Okay, good evening, all of you. It's
Good evening.
a great pleasure that to meet all of us together in this meeting. I would like to thank Dr. Shaji Kudiyat and other organizers of IFPH for inviting me as a panelist in the 271st day of IFPH scientific discussions. Here the scientific discussion subject is that what we needs to be done to make homeopathy #1 medicine in the world. It's an interesting subject because all of us know where we are, where the other systems are, but it's a challenge. This subject invites our concern why we are two and why we are not #1. It's a big dream to be seen by every homeopathic doctor that how we can mainstream our system of medicine. So it is not a small science. We have stepped into our homeopathic system of medicine has got wide applications. Now it has been established only since 230 years, but during this short period, or by this short period, this homeopathy has made an imprint in the mind of public all over the world. It is highly notable and it is important too. It has got strong footage on the scientific principles of healthy living and understood by the society as the only holistic system of medicine. This is the time when people spend more attention for healthy living. Now, while the advancement of the facilities in the living status, many type of antibiotics, many type of vaccines and new type of medicines are emerging out. Now the people are looking back. How can we live healthy with natural medicine and natural living habits? Now, as per the statistics taken in March, April, and published during WHG meeting held in New Delhi, about 14% of people all over the world take homeopathic medicines. And 135 million rupees is the annual turnover of the marketing of homeopathic medicines all over the world. So that is why I am telling that this is not a small science we stepped into. It has got wide prospects. So we have to look into that homeopathic science in that way. We have to look upon our own merits, our own deficiencies, and strategies to be followed to achieve our targets. Now, what are the important merits? Homeopathy is based on the eternal principles of cure based on immunity of the person. We know that the similia similibus curanda, the single medicine, single dose, vital principle, all these laws and the doctrines are there. But everything finalizes by action of homeopathic medicine, by improving our immunity to cure the sick. An illness is occurring only when the vital force is deranged. The dynamic vital force helps the person to recover from the illness in the same way it happens during the incidence of illness following application of carefully selected homeopathic medicines. Homeopathy, apart from the other systems of medicines, V stands for establishment of normal health. V stands for radical cure of the illness. It may take some time for the vital force to establish radical cure, but we are working for the establishment of normal health. Why the people are again and again coming to homeopathy? As I have told earlier, by these 230 years, it has made a name among the public. The rate of incidence of illness in patients regularly using homeopathic medicines are less compared to persons following other modes of treatment. That means the immunity level of the people using homeopathic medicine are very high compared to the people following other modes of treatment. The other important merits are we can treat all diseases expressed by any sort of symptoms. We need not go for diagnosis. We need not go for other investigations. And by expression of the symptoms, by studying the generals and particular symptoms expressed by the patient, we can come to the medicine. We can give a palliative or curative medicine immediately by studying the symptoms itself. And homeopathic medicines does not show any side effects. It is cost effective. It is easy for consumptions. Everybody knows these things. I do not want to repeat all these things. Now in India, we are having about 250,000 institutionally qualified doctors. This is the infrastructure of homeopathy in India. We are having 196 colleges. We are having about UG admission of about 12,750 students. In PG, we are having 1,139 admission per year. So these are all the credibilities. Compared to other countries, India has got a very, very strong footage in homeopathy. Our main deficiencies, we have to look into the deficiencies. When we are thinking about the merits, so many merits are there. We are firmly standing that we have to reach the #1 in medical systems. And what I suggest is that we have to come to the mainstream level of treatment. Now we have to do our introspection. What are our deficiencies? Education. There are deficiencies in education. We are not getting proper training. There are deficiencies in infrastructure. Documentation is deficient. Medical education may be of same standards. This is my proposal in this. The government is giving education to all of us. With the help of government, we are taking the degree or PG or PhD or whatever. The government is supporting us. Government should give equal facilities to all systems of medicine if we are permitted to treat the patient and the patient wants to be safe and secure. The quality of education at UG and PG colleges must be improved. There are deficiencies. This need not be explained. If 196 colleges are there, the standard of 196 colleges are of 196 types. There should be improvement in UG and PG education. Government should establish strict vigilance on primary facilities for education in all colleges. And very important thing under the umbrella of government happening is that very unwanted rivalry from the part of other systems of medicine. This should be rectified. It is very easy to rectify if government takes a step to rectify it. By one order or by a strong action from the part of government, all these rivalries can be removed. And another important thing I want to suggest, considering the deficiencies, our doctors are not properly trained in biochemistry, pathology, imaging technology, etc. And this makes very much difficulty in diagnosing the cases when different types of cases are attending. So admission for Ayush doctors also may be given to PG courses in biochemistry, pathology, and imaging technology in all medical colleges, and reservation of seats may be given during admission considering number of qualified graduates. This is very much essential that the people should not be treated in different ways. The students should not be taken, should not be treated differently in different systems of medicines, since we are entitled and we are authorized to treat patients, we should be properly trained. And also another very important thing I want to tell you that homeopathy medicines, now many researches are going on in nano technology level, molecular studies are going on. So MD courses curriculum may be revised, including nanotechnology studies also. And MPhil and PhD programs in nanomedicine may also be initiated by accredited institutes and universities. The academic councils of all systems, for example, IMC, National Council for Homeopathy, and National Council for Ayurveda, etc., should work together for uniform educational norms for medical students. Clinical facilities also may be enhanced for MD courses in homeopathy colleges. And next important thing we want to look into is integration. And Government of India has ordered integration of all Ayush systems of medicine in primary and secondary healthcare level. And actually, though such a sanction is there, though Ayurveda and homeopathy is co-located in different government allopathic hospitals, primary and community healthcare levels, it is not properly efficient service is not being rendered in these hospitals. Well, I happened to visit in 2017 along with the 10th Common Review of Government of India. I have been deputed there in Gujarat. I went along with the team to about 20-30 hospitals. In PHCs and CHCs also we have visited, selected CHCs and PHCs. We have visited in almost all these centers. Ayurvedic doctors were there. They were not supplied with the medicines. Homeopathic doctors were not there. And even if they are posted, they are not coming properly and they are working as a duty medical officer when the allopathic doctor is not there. And there is no interaction in our system, homeopathy or Ayurveda, with the people of modern medicine in the co-located hospitals. So what I feel is that there is no, even though co-location is sanctioned, it is not efficiently functioning. So we may develop effective operational models for integration in educational programs, clinical practice, evidence-based research, and standardization. And regarding the integration, we have to take up much programs. CCRH has sanctioned under the Ministry of Ayush, extramural research schemes are there. Intramural research schemes are being supported by CCRH and Ministry of Ayush in the units of CCRH, but extramural research schemes, proposals can be taken up by the colleges, independent bodies outside the CCRH, but only very few colleges are coming forward to take up good research program, placing good protocols. So though such a provision is there, it is being utilized, it is not being utilized properly. The existing hospitals of modern medicine also may be provided with a homeopathic facility in which integration in clinical medicine may be arranged. So government may promote private sector also in establishing integrated healthcare. Like what we told in the beginning, I have been working in a allopathy hospital. Now nearly about 450 beds are there. Allopathy, including allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda, about 130 doctors are working. We are keeping very good relation, but proper integration has not yet started. We are referring cases, allopathic people are referring cases to us also, and we are referring cases also whenever it is not possible. So integration, that concept is not established. But if government takes up the program, government can take up identify certain developed private hospitals and integration can be taken up also. Next important thing, deficit I want to tell is that regarding training. After passing from the homeopathic medical colleges, most of the private practitioners, particularly I must tell you, private practitioners are not getting any chance for in-service or out-service training. So whatever they are having, whatever they are doing, and what all practice they are doing, that is by their own effort only. So government is not supporting. Recently, since 3-4 years, the associations are organizing classes and it is being effective. It's going on. But in this context, I must tell you that we have to take up, government has to take up in-service training program to private people as well as government people. So in-service training facilities will be established for all qualified medical graduates in the selected medical colleges. Reorientation training program and continuing medical education program, in these two headings, it can be done. And another deficit, very important deficit I want to point out is that our IPD facilities. I know different hospitals in Kerala as well as outside Kerala in different states. Our hospital facilities are very much minimum. We have IP facilities only in very few hospitals. All homeopathic hospitals need to be developed fulfilling the IPHS standards. What I told in the beginning, that if we are treating the patients, equal facilities should be provided to us compared to all the systems of medicine.
Can I interrupt it? Because of time limit, I just interrupt the point. And I just want to know the one thing is that, sir, as you said in your talk, you said that 196 colleges in India. Am I right? 196 colleges in India. And I think you are talking from Kerala, and Kerala is one of the largest homeopathic system and one of the famous homeopathy doctors in the world right now. Am I right? But what's happening in Kerala, sir, in pandemic? What's happening in Kerala and what's happening in India? As homeopathy is one of the well-established system in India, because why I am talking to you in the question is that you were working as a CCRH and you know what's the bodies are doing. So because our talking about the subject is what should we do for the homeopathy become the #1 medicine in the world. So I can refer a video. Abel, please show a video for that. Because we were the #1 medicine in the world. Who forced to do that in 1910? Who forced to do that? We become the #2 in the world. Am I right? If you have any objection, please.
No, I did not follow what you mean. Actually,
you please watch this video and after that we can discuss it.
Okay.
It's Dr. K.R.J. Nair. My question is that before 1910, homeopathy was well established. From 1880 to 1910, homeopathy was well established. From 1910, 1915 onwards, during the First World War onwards, homeopathy is completely manipulated, or they are forcefully manipulated. Homeopathy forcefully into the second medicine, or Wikipedia said it's a pseudoscience. And as a member, you are the member of CCRH, and right now in Kerala, they are not allowed to homeopathy doctors to treat COVID-19. So who is the force behind this? Dr. Manoj, can you please mute it?
Please.
Yeah, please. Who is the force behind that, sir? Who is controlling CCRH?
No, CCRH is doing the work. CCRH only has identified the arsenical and the potency has been defined. And considering the symptoms of COVID-19, the symptoms were studied and the genus epidemicus was identified in the beginning of the COVID pandemic. And by a scientific advisory committee of CCRH, they have decided that 30 potency can be decided as the genus epidemicus can be given. So this has been published and it has been widely used and it has been found effective. And after establishing that arsenical as the genus epidemicus, many places studies has been conducted and it is found that arsenical is genus epidemicus that is found effective and more than 80% effective compared to other medicines. So CCRH has taken initiative, and regarding what's the other concern you are talking about the arsenical and genus COVID-19 only, no?
Yes. Yes.
So CCRH is presently also CCRH doing that work. CCRH through its institute and
right now they made a new order. They made a new order from CCRH. I think you got it right. You read the order.
It is from Central Council for Homeopathy, not from CCRH. Last 2 days, one order has come that we should not publish any claims.
Yes.
So disciplinary action will be taken. Like it is I think these are all compulsion from the Ministry of Health of Government of India itself. Because even though it's an independent ministry, it will be under the control of the health ministry also. I think so.
No, so that's why my question is that before 1915, the homeopathy from the Samuel Hahnemann, our master period, that was our golden period. From 1915 onwards, for the last 100 years, we forcefully do the second medicine, or they called as it's a pseudoscience.
No, in that situations we are growing up, and during the past 20 years, at least I will tell you that we have been using homeopathy medicines as preventive. In chikungunya, we have given homeopathy medicine. It was proved effective. In dengue, many times, yearly dengue epidemic used to occur in Kerala and the southern states of India. We used to give homeopathy medicines only. There was no opposition from any other systems. And the opposition from other systems of medicine came 2 years back when Nipah virus has affected in Calicut. That time, allopathic people told that no homeopathic medicine should be used. We will be giving allopathy only, no other systems may be permitted. So this time also, they made a strong opposition that homeopathy and Ayurveda should not be in the front line. They should not be, they are not permitted also. And later on, when the public demand raised much, they permitted to give the preventive medicine.
Is there any, my question is that, is there any real scientific study regarding this, how any homeopathy is controlled by Spanish flu, 1920, 1918 or 1920? Is there any theoretical studies are there?
Sir, many studies are there. Many studies are there in Spanish flu. I don't know what study has conducted, but Spanish flu was controlled by homeopathic medicines.
Because if we search in Wikipedia or any other Google, there is no document. There is any other document there. So, is there any books or authentic books or something from we controlled Spanish flu? Can you refer any books or something like that?
That I will find out. And regarding the activities and research, conducted during the time of Spanish flu, I will try to trace it out.
Please, sir, because that will be really useful for us to
Yes.
to open the world. No, because in Wikipedia or Google,
Sir, actually, that itself is not required.
no one will be talk the truth. So we should identify because
Yeah,
it's possible.
we are sure that genus epidemicus is effective in treating and as well as for preventing the spread of any epidemic. In the same manner, we have identified genus epidemicus in case of COVID-19 and we found it is effective. So this itself is clear. And in the case of chikungunya, I am telling you about the picture of Kerala. In all the southern districts of Kerala were badly affected in 2007.
Yes, sir. Yes, our patron, Dr. Latif sir, is around 250 crores they are used for chikungunya. But apart from 250 crores, the homeopathy is controlled by within 2 crores in Indian rupees.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
It is evident. It is evident. Sir, I am telling you always, we have got the credibility and we have got the capacity to control the spread. There is no doubt. If the genus epidemic is identified, now it is time to restudy the cases of COVID-19 and genus epidemicus, whether arsenic alb itself is the genus epidemicus or not.
Great. So my humble request to all participants is that, is there any relevant study or relevant book from 1980 to 1920 when Spanish flu has affected the world? So we need some relevant book. It's possible. It's possible in homeopathy.
I will also look for it.
Yeah. Please, sir. Please.
The next
Please
meeting,
submit it in IFPH platform. No, we can discuss for that.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your participation. Thanks for your wonderful talk. So we are going for the next participant, Dr. Ravindra Roy. We want to heard lot of things from him. He is participating from Nepal. I just want to introduce him. Yes, Dr. Ravindra Roy from Nepal, a graduate and postgraduate from the prestigious National Institute of Homeopathy from Kolkata, India, and currently is the Central President of Nepal Homeopathic Medical Association, and a well-known homeopathic doctor in the Nepal homeopathic field. He is the founder of Dr. Roy's Homeopathy Clinic, a hugely popular homeopathic treatment center in Biratnagar, second city of Nepal. He has worked in various major healthcare boards in Nepal for more than 5 years. He has presented various papers on homeopathy subjects in major conferences, Nepal and India, for which he had been honored in the field of homeopathy. Great. Published many articles and clinical cases in national and international journals on his topic, which includes hazards of vaccination. Great subject, sir. We want to hear more from your side. Hazards of vaccination. Great. And I think Dr. Amir Malik is also ready. He wants to know more about the vaccination also. So, child abnormal behavior, PCOS, law of synchronicity and homeopathy, etc. From 2015, associated with Ministry of Social Development, MOSP, P1 Health Department, as an advisor for the promotion and development of homeopathy. Great, sir. Great introduction. Anyway, I'm a warm welcome to Dr. Ravindra Roy from Nepal. Thank you, sir. So you can talk for the next 10 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Dear colleague, my name is Dr. Ravindra Roy from Nepal. Let me begin with huge thanks to Dr. Saji Kudiet, as well as the organizer of International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy and its great contribution in sharing the knowledge and experience between the homeopathic during the pandemic time. Today I want to talk about today's topic is what need to be done to make homeopathy #1 medicine in the world. Really, this is a very serious issue nowadays, which we are felt. For the justification of this topic, I'm trying to divide into 10 points that what need to be done. Before, the first point is we should do on an individual level, we can do on a social level, we can do on a national level, we can do on an international organization level, we can do on a pharma level, and we can do on a social media level, and on a government level, and a homeopathic syllabus and curriculum level, and to understand our limitations level. So these are the 9 points. Apart from that, there is one point, that the present situation of homeopathy in Nepal. If time will permit, then I will discuss this point. Before going to my first point, that is on individual levels, just I want to share some history, that the era of 21st century, where science is based on 3 pillars. First one is the experiment, second one is the evidence, and third one is the documentation. So in the history of practice of medicine, we never forget to remember 4 epochal figures. That is, first one is the Hippocrates. Hippocrates, also known as the observer. And second one is the Galen, and also known as a disseminator. And the Paracelsus is the third pillar, known as a assayer. And the fourth pillar is the Dr. Henneman, known as a experimenter. So when science is based on the experiment, the Henneman is itself an experimenter. So we can say that homeopathic science is based on an experiment. Regarding the evidence, documentary evidence is most popular in the scientific world, and we have lack of documentary evidence in a scientific format. So what need to be done to make homeopathy #1 medicine in the world? My first point is on a individual level, what we have to do. My first point, regarding the first point, on an individual level, we have to collect well-documented case in a scientific format from our clinics, like a disease-wise, which today's scientific format is need or a demanding, that what type of diseases you treated with the nomenclature, with the diagnosis, and a well-documented case before and after treatment, or a prognosis of the treatment. Along with that, we can do the that well-documented case may published in a local, national, or a international general health journal. When the patients come to our clinic, we must give some leaflet or aware to the patient that what type of diseases we treated, so that in a future patient use homeopathy for the next problem. So most of the patients comes through the social media, or someone man to man convey the information that no, go where homeopathy is work for this disease, but there is no knowledge about what type of diseases we are treated or treated by the homeopathy. So if in a very short or in a gist manner, if we just convey our message or educate or awareness to the patient that such type of diseases also treated by the homeopathy, then in the future, if he have a problem, then he come with in the homeopathic system of medicines. Okay. My second point is on a social level. On a social level, what we can do, that we can do a free health camp with free medications. We can do for a establishment or for a progress of the homeopathy. Awareness program of the homeopathy with the health checkup. School, temple, church, government office, remote area of the village, and corporate sector, etc. Such type of where there is the mass is collected, where we can do a homeopathic awareness program or a health camp, so that patients at least know about the homeopathy and get benefited from that. We can conduct telemedicines. Nowadays, everywhere is the lockdown positions and the curfew is generated. In this time, we can conduct a telemedicines from where we can give a suggestion or medicines or by the help to the COVID patients or any general patients. My third point is on a national level, what we can do. That on a national and an international level, organize the conference. This is not a very new thing. We are almost in every year 5 to 10 conferences are almost conducted. But what is the main agenda of this conference is, my point regarding this conference is, include all pathy like allopathy, homeopathy, and Ayurveda, yoga, siddha, so that all the doctors of the other pathy know about homeopathy. And once the other system of medicines or the doctors once is just attend the conference and see the effect of homeopathy, that will change her mind of thinking about homeopathy. Hope doctors of the other pathy may convert into homeopathy. We have very example for that. Anyway, on a fourth level, that is the on a fourth point, my fourth point is the on an international level, what we can do that. It is a very new thing, and just want to discuss here that in the world there are different type of homeopathic organizations. For all organizations, there should be a common organizations in the world, common platform like WHO, that in an allopathic system or the health system, that the World Homeopathic Organization is there for the allopathic system of medicines. Like that, we can establish one WHO, World Homeopathic Health Organizations. That is the combination of all the organizations of the world. And this World Homeopathic Health Organizations has aim and objective is to establish, promote and development of homeopathy in the entire world. Like our country, just like a Nepal, we need such type of organizations for the development of homeopathy. Okay, so to support the individual homeopathic organizations of the individual country where homeopathy is not established or in a struggle phase, so that homeopathy can grow and flourish simultaneously or smoothly. Create World Homeopathic Scientific Panel. That is the one scientific panel is very needed nowadays. So day to day, in day-to-day practice, we see that against the homeopathy, different articles are published on a international journal like Lancet or WHO. So that if we have a platform like this, we can easily condemn or reply scientifically for those against for the articles which is published against the homeopathy. If we have common platform of the organizations in the world, the dispute can be minimized. For example, in a COVID-19 scenario, that the different organization chooses the different genus epidemicus for COVID-19. So such type of dispute we can minimize to form this platform. My number point is the on a pharma level. In the world, so many homeopathic pharmaceutical company are there. So financially, world different homeopathic pharmaceutical company can support to a common organizations. If this type of organization is developed or established, may support in pharma level, may support in a clinical research, new drug proving, or a training programming. And pharma level can also update the doctors about latest literature, new drugs, scientific research paper through general medical representative or through the media. My sixth number point is on a social media level. What we can do on a social media level for the development or the establishment of homeopathy in the world #1 position. With the help of social media, homeopathic awareness program conducted, like advantage of homeopathy and its limitations, or to reveal facts about homeopathy. Very frequently asked questions are said by our patients in a clinic that many peoples or doctors apart from the homeopathy doctors, some other system of doctors said that if you take a homeopathic medicine, you may damage your kidney, or that medicine, if you work, that the homeopathic medicine mixed with the steroid medicines, it will damage your kidney. Such type of rumors are very common nowadays running in a market, and from the patient's mouth, we almost listening 2 or 3 days, almost interval to each.
Please conclude within a minute, please.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. And then the try to change the homeopathic system and try to change the homeopathic statement of like Wikipedia, Google, and WHO. That he said that the homeopathy is a pseudoscience. Should be formed new website of the homeopathy. I personally want to thanks to Dr. Mansoor Ali. He gave a wonderful website to a homeopathic fraternity of the world. On a government level, the doctor who attached with the government homeopathic sector must help to grow homeopathy in other countries. Like CCRH, he signed MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with other countries. Like that, if other countries were not signed in MOU, must initiate or help to make this. Nepal has a very much scope in a research sector because the Himalayan herbs or the rare medicinal plants are growing here. So if the CCRH wings are open in the Nepal, it will very much help in a homeopathic system of medicine in a research purpose. Homeopathy, if include in national health policy of the country, then it will grow very rapidly. So we, in many countries, homeopathy is not included in national health policies. Homeopathy, introducing part of homeopathy, if including in a syllabus, then awareness differently increase. At least homeopathic subject is included in a syllabus. Just introductory part of the homeopathy. In which sector homeopathy can help in the health system should be more precisely way. My just my 8th number point is a specialization in homeopathy. That the homeopathic specialization is needed for a homeopathy for a higher level of the degree. That we all know homeopathy is not as simple as it looks. It is precise as a specialization, then we can give a better result, and a social demanding of homeopathy also increase. Like specializations like dermatologist or a pulmonologist or a endocrinologist, etc. Without the when we go for a specializations, we always should maintain the homeopathic law and regulations as per organ of medicines. We are not going to compromise from that level. My 9 number point is that to understand our limitations. At the last but not the least, we must understand our limitation very carefully as per aphorism 67 footnote, and continue to do work to minimize our limitations as far as possible. And I want to end my sessions with a very little poem that the truth we mortal needs us blessed to make and keep the all wise slightly covered over, but did not bury to deep. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great points, Doctor. Great points from your. We noted your points. As you said, we are also trying to like WHO, same like WHO. We are also trying to like a uniform body. That's why International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. We are trying to do that. We should that there is a unity body. It should be needed in all over the world right now. So
Yes, sir.
we can go for the discussion. So my point is that, sir, I have a question for that. My point is that because you have a subject and you are well studied in the hazards of vaccination. So my question is that from after the death of our master Samuel Hahnemann in 1843, so 1810 to 1910, the 100 years, the homeopathy was well established within 100 years, the first 100 years. So the after 1910 to 2010, homeopathy is it's not up to the mark. It's only in India or only in Kerala and something like that. So what is your feel? Why it's not growing? What's your feel? Why it's not growing, and what's happening for the last 100 years? What was happening?
Sure. I think.
So because my question is that after 1910, then 1914, the First World War, and 1930, the Second World War, 1918 to 1920, the first pandemic, Spanish flu and all. Now it's a time to change. Another 100 years, another 2010 to it's a changing time. So how it's possible and what we can do?
So actually, I think we are not decreasing as much as actually before the Hahnemann, there is allopathic practices is very painful. But during Hahnemann time, homeopathy is flourished and he faced many criticism by the allopaths. After that, the allopathic system of medicines is included very several branches like surgery or epidemiology or vaccinations or by day researches are going and progressive day by day, and the production of doctor is also higher than the homeopathic system of medicines in other world also, including other worlds from or including India also. So when the mass is increases, then the necessity also increases. Whereas homeopathic system of medicines, government is not giving too much attention on the homeopathic system of medicines, so that the students or the students are not interested to read in a homeopathy. When they did not get the chance in allopathy, then this system is secondary priority to the students. So what we are thinking that first line of treatment always preferred by the society is a allopathic. When it fails, then come to us or a other system of medicine. So,
Great.
so we are getting a patients, especially a very chronic and just a deranged patient, where they are always deranged like energy deranged by modern medicines, or money deranged by modern medicines, and energy modern, and the faith, everything. And at that situations, patients come to us. What we will do? We have sympathize, and he has in a patients having a one bag, and then the lots of report. If we go through the rest report, you may take 1 hour or 2 hours to just see the report. Okay, doctor to doctor changed from here to where to where. Then only come to a homeopathic clinics, or the someone said that allopathic is not work. Okay, then go for the homeopathic system of medicines. Then patients comes to us. That
Great.
type of patients having no faith on a doctor at that level, because he is deranged so much from by the energy or by the disease or by the money, that just take a one chance and come to us. That, and he said that, doctor, if possible, then okay, otherwise let me go.
Okay.
At that time,
Okay.
we have to give
I will
his
come
the
to
faith.
you. Thank you, doctor. I will come to you, and we have some participants. They raise a hand. Before that, I call Dr. Vinitha from London. Vinitha Pandey from London. She has a question to Dr. Nair, sir. Can you please unmute Dr. Vinitha?
Yeah, I have unmuted myself. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Right. Dr. Nair, it's a privilege to have you in the meeting. And we are really blessed by your presence because you are involved with CCRH. My question to you is that this pandemic is the time where we can actually step up, gear up, and show some research with homeopathy. And have you actually considered of floating a scholarship for any student or any research project regarding this to quickly show some result with homeopathy with a clinical trial or something?
Actually, I have been retired from CCRH.
Okay, sorry, I missed that then.
Yeah,
Okay.
now I am not in service. In my hospital, we are treating COVID patients also.
Okay.
In homeopathy department, people with a very less severe cases are coming to homeopathy clinic. We are giving homeopathy medicines according to the similarity, and it is being cured also. The patients with pneumonia or breathing difficulty are not attending homeopathy clinics and not is going to allopathy hospitals. So only OPD based service now I am doing with the COVID-19 cases. And also we have distributed preventive medicine massively on association basis also, on hospital also. And the result is fantastic that those who are taking regular homeopathic medicines are not at all getting infected. Now see, about 30% of people in our area is affected with COVID, but out of the total population, those who have taken homeopathic medicines does not have any affection of COVID-19. So in these two ways,
do you
we are
have,
very much.
But do you, I'm sorry for interrupting, but do you have that data to show those people who have taken homeopathy haven't come down with the symptoms, and then you have another arm where people haven't taken the homeopathic remedy and they are suffering? You know, this is where we are actually lacking, because all the pharmaceutical companies, they are showing all the robust
I will
work.
tell you one thing. I will tell you one thing. Government has not given permission to treat active cases actually. Those who are coming, the relatives are coming, his children or mother or father is suffering from COVID-19, RT-PCR is positive, so I want medicine. These are the symptoms. Likewise, we are considering the case and giving the medicine. So a research project we cannot take up at present with the COVID-19 in the Kerala state as per the prevailing rules.
Great.
This is the main problem we are facing here.
This is the main problem all over the world. Am I right, sir? This is the main problem all over the world.
Yeah, all over the world it is the problem.
Yes, yes. Anyway, so I'll come to you, ma'am, and I'll ask, because of the time limit, I'm going to the next participant, Dr. Sridhar Kurup, T.N. Sridhar Kurup. Thank you, doctor. Thank you. Dr. Sridhar Kurup, you can unmute. Abel, please unmute Dr. Sridhar Kurup.
Yes, audible.
Yes, 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 sir.
Audible. Thank you very much for giving me a chance for that to talk about this. I heard about Dr. Janardhan Nair was telling and Dr. Ravindra Roy was telling. I was observing. I was everyday visitor. Last more than 7 months, I was a regular observer. And with that knowledge, what regarding the Ravindra Roy was telling, regarding the why homeopathy is not number one, that is our question. Not that the what happened to the previously about the Malayalam, there is a telling. We don't want to think about the dead or the past. We must have to think about the future. But even Dr. Janardhan and we are working together, and we know how we build the Central Research Institute. The state government was also, the homeopathy department was also not cooperating with us. They were not giving. Now we are having maximum places compared with all over India. We are having more space and it is started growing. But in between what happened, I don't know. But if there is an opposition, definitely there is a competition. So due to that competition, we were trying day and night. So it was possible. Like that, when we may try, and we must have to get the confidence from the public also. Because today I got one case from the Kerala itself, that the patient was suffering some cardiac problem. The patient was taking, since two times operation was done, but now he cannot do it that again. So he came to me on telemedicine. So he is asking whether I can stop the medicine, my BP may increase, whether I may get, he got some chest pain just now, about half an hour. That is, I was late to enter in this class, first 15 minutes, that I prescribed Cactus 0/3, very few doses, that it gave immediate relief. So he is comfortable. We must have to be competent to treat the patients in emergency cases also. But people are not having confidence. Why? We are not having an ICU. Where we are having an ICU, whether we are able to tell even one college where there is having an ICU. Because I also was appointed as a this inspection committee several times, several states I visited, but I couldn't see. So they are having all facilities. There, each and every department is having developed, because you know, dentistry was one. Now ortho dentistry, they are having different branches because they used the technology. Then you asked that one question, why last 100 years it is coming, not coming down, it is growing? Because I learned in 1974 onwards, 71 started, 74 I passed, 75 I passed, but last 46 years I observed there is a stable growth and development of the homeopathy. But compare with allopathy, it is not there, because we are not using
before 1910
technology.
Before 1910, there was a lot of hospital in the world with ICU facilities and all, right?
But that is due to the some, see, money is matters. money is a big, that you know yourself, that it is that the mafia, truck mafia is behind. See, my son is a the ENT surgeon, totally is a ENT surgeon. There are so many things that we will get from compliments. What we are getting, if any homeopathy doctor is one clinic, if you can see a small pen or anything, no compliments. They are offered even foreign trips, even treat, car and etc. Where we will get.
Anyways, I will come to your point, but your point is well understand, because it's not about the money and all. It's a courage that the homeopathy doctors should have the courage to act as a emergency medicine itself. Am I right?
Yes, definitely
yes.
It will come.
Yes,
there
yes,
is a competition. Must now it started only.
Our medicine is not only for the preventive; it's for emergency also. Yes,
definitely we must have to have to make different departments. Example, now
we should change our attitude, and we should change our process.
Attitude and aptitude also must have.
Yes, correct, sir.
We must have. Then only we can change. See, when I was reached that Dr. Janardhanan knows very well. When I reached that to the Kottayam, that it was just like that of a Bhargavi Nilayam. So there was not sufficient space. We tried together as a competent manner. Like that, let us think about that way. And each speciality, now there is that, they are in Central or earlier Central Research Institute, now National Institute for Homeopathy Mental Health.
So please conclude. Please conclude. Please conclude.
Now we are having that this psychiatry, we are having medicine, like that of every medicine, gynecology, obstetric, and everything we must have specialized. Then there is some part of the brilliant students will come. Then that part will develop. Like that, we must have to some changes.
We can observe your enthusiasm. We can observe your feel. Anyway, I'm going to Dr. Manoj. Sir, please 1 minute.
One sentence, one more sentence.
Yeah, please,
I requested Dr. Janardhan Nair, one request. We went together and we tried our level best to get to the land and all these things. He knows where to go and where to meet. I request him that let him to take some steps to convince to the government. He is having some people in the government side. He can do it. I know. I am full confident about him. So let him have convinced that the Kerala government, and they may be able to, like that of what we have done earlier. We were together. We went several people and met different corner of the secretariat and the ministry, that we achieved that God.
Yesterday, our President Dr. Ismail Sedis met the new health minister from Kerala.
That is not sufficient. Some political.
We need your support, sir. We need you. Anyway, I'm going to Dr. Manoj because of the time limit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sridhar. Thank you.
So at last has gotten a chance to intervene in this discussion. Thank you, Mr. Feroz. Well, the topic was Isabella, she suggested a very good thing, that is ask to ourselves whether we are confident or not. That is the first thing, very important. Then what is remarkable, Dr. Janardhan says that the IPD facilities must be improved. That is very, very, very important. The other things we have discussed many times, but this is a novel idea on his presentation. We must improve the IPD facilities. Then Dr. Roy, it's an excellent presentation. This is really a promise to Nepal, I think, as well as homeopathy. He exactly pointed out 9 points, and about the World Health Organization of homeopathy and a single organization, international organization to defend ourselves. Very excellent, and congratulations, Dr. Joy. Then about the question asked by Feroz about the documents of the 1819 epidemics. I think it was written in the Dr. Richard Hughes textbook on the pharmacodynamics of homeopathy and the principles and practice of it was discussed there. Then the American Journal of Homeopathy published this. Then the National Journal of Homeopathy in India.
Please take the reference and please we should follow the tomorrow's discussion or something like that. Or please share with that. Yes, we need for that.
Okay, I shall try. Okay, I shall try my best. So these are published there. Anyways, a good, nice presentations and nice discussions and very valuable points by Dr. Sridhar sir also. Thank you for giving an opportunity for this discussion.
Thank you, Dr. Manoj. Thank you, Dr. Manoj. Dr. Mr. Farid Baba Kansan. Yeah, please, sir. Farid Baba Kansan. Are you there? Able, please unmute Mr. Farid Baba. Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh, again muted.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. My net is weak, so I'm not opening that video. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. At the outset, I would like to appreciate the presentation by the three panelists for the subject matter and the mode of presentation. At this point of time, I would like to point out one important factor that Dr. Janardhan Nair is now working in Nasrallah Hospital near Cherpungal near Pale. I happen to be a BDO in that area during my initial stages of
Not audible,
my
sir.
service. Okay, audible? It's not audible. So I know the area well, and the hospital is very famous now in that area. I'm of the opinion that we had to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency of homeopathy for the good of the humanity. This can be achieved by resorting to dedication and efforts by addressing the strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threats in a well-planned manner, setting on the basis of a well-designed roadmap to reach the short-term, medium-term, and long-term goal, mission, and vision. All our panelists have pointed out this directly and indirectly. We have to go a long way before reaching the goal. Hope for the best. I would like to have words from these panelists on these points also. Thank you very much. Good night. I think you could hear that.
Thank you, Farid Baba Kansan. Thank you. Dr. Amir Malik. Dr. Amir Malik.
Sir, muted.
Hello, greetings.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum and namaste to all our IFPH doctors, members, lovers, creators, Honorable Sir Feroz, Honorable Dr. Shaji, and all of our doctors. Grand thanks to giving me a chance. I'm really thankful to you. So it's the today topic is why the homeopathic is not number one. So there are two aspects. Number one, the rule of marketing is that number two is always number one. First thing. So we should not feel any kind of disappointment that we are on number two. It is more we resist, more we grow. It's our history. And second aspect is very important, that what we have to do to become number one. Now here there is a global conspiracy. As the COVID hit globally, how it distributes in the world, how it's spread in the world, no one knows the source of COVID-19. All the medical investigations, what I feel based in the end is that the 2 or 4 major symptoms are the pneumonia, the ground glass opacification, consolidation of lungs, the ear injury, the hemorrhage, the blood clotting, the pus in the lungs. This is the main issue created by COVID. This is not so far to treat the pneumonia, to treat the cold, to treat the flu. It's all viral. These symptoms we can treat. The international consistency again, the homeopathic is that to decide in the world that which medicine should be given in the world for the general analgesic, as I will give you example, Panadol. This thing is decided in UK. This is the only UK United Kingdom government who decides that in the whole world, if someone have the headache, someone have the body pains, they will use Panadol. Why this decision should not be taken that we should take arnica and magnesia for these kind of symptoms? They always put us down. This is their conspiracy, and this is proved. I am giving you the second proof. As the COVID comes, they said the only solution is the COVID vaccine. And even not a single vaccine is approved from FDA and any other drug law agencies. No pharmacies can identify either it's satisfactory or not. No one is giving guarantee. No one is telling us that after having the vaccination, you will not suffer from COVID. There is no guarantee. You have to wear mask. Who make the SOPs? Just after a few days, it suddenly comes, attack the whole world. Globally, it's spreaded. And suddenly SOPs globally, it's introduced by the WHO. And after a few months, the solution comes in the form of vaccination. Why it's not come in the form of safest homeopathic medicines? Our all medicines are semi-vaccines. Before Louis Pasteur, before Alexander Fleming, the way of preparation vaccine, our homeopathic medicines based on the same way. The poison, the metal, the radioactive isotope which cause the disease can heal you. This is the theory of vaccine also. So why the WHO is blind on this point of view that homeopathic medicines could not be given for the COVID? The second consequence is that before we can start the COVID treatments and symptoms and give the medical evidence maps to the Ministry of Health, to the government, they immediately ban us. They told us you can only treat the symptoms of the COVID. You cannot give the medicine of COVID. This thing shows globally that they want to seclude the homeopaths. They want to drill the homeopaths. They want to put more than less number 2 in the world globally, because this is their conspiracy. We have the medical evidence maps. We should appreciate our science, but on globally, we are introduced as the honor of pseudoscience. This is Wikipedia show us. Why? Our question is that we are serving humanity, the humans get cure. We have the medical evidence map, but you, the WHO, don't want us to be a number 1. And we believe, I believe, and all this is only our self efforts which can promote us, and they will never allow us to come on number 1. So what I believe, sir, I'm watching this thing that why homeopathic is how homeopathic should be number 1. Believe me, homeopathic is number 1, but it shows they don't want to be that we come on number 1. So we should not care for this, but we care for what thing? This is the global assassination, COVID-19. It is World War III, sir. It is World War III. mRNA virus, see the histories. Please see the histories. Our immune system can create antibodies for all viruses. The most killing thing to us is tuberculosis and pneumonia. They prepared a very well vaccine, alpha penicillin, beta penicillin. You can see the history. The virus is genuine, DNA based virus. DNA have the ability to change the cells, and that's why it is introduced as the clever virus.
Dr. Amir, I just want to wind up the session. Anyway, we are.
And sir, in the last, I'm sorry, sir. Just
please,
last one thing.
Please, doctor, please. Yeah.
In London, they ban the homeopathic doctors. They cannot treat the autism patient by the homeopathic medicines. The reason is that they told the the children, the infants who have MMR vaccine, which carry mercury, it causes autism in the children. And I have 6 families, they all are PhD doctors. and all their infants suffer from autism, and they told me that they are not allowed to go to treat the homeopathic medicines for the autism. And all those infants are treated here in my clinic, and they are okay now. They are able to listen, they can talk, they can walk. Now they are going to school. In the end, what I believe, sir, the vaccination is a killing process. It's an experimental process. They want to globally assassinate the pupils. It is totally untrustworthy. Only the trustable thing is the homeopathic remedies. It should be put it on number one, but the conspiracy will never put it at number one, sir.
Okay,
So,
I understand, Dr. Amir Malik.
for giving the time and not of
Thank you, Dr. Amir. I'm giving another 1 more minute to Dr. KRJ Nair, sir. You can have 1 more minute to say something about that. Please unmute Dr. KRJ Nair. Yes, sir.
Hello,
yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is it
yeah.
audible? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Our objective and the point of discussion is that how we can become the number one among the medical systems. See, our facilities, our difficulties, we have explained, all the doctors and the participants have explained these things. Now a collective approach from the part of the homeopathic fraternity is required to move together. Where we have to hit, our homeopathic system is effective. We are having very much evidence-based trials. Every doctors are having so much case reports with good evidences. But that is another thing. Our government should permit us. In the case of COVID-19, what we are experiencing, we are not permitted to admit the case and treat it. And no homeopathy hospital is given permission to treat so far. Though patients are going to homeopathic doctors, willingly, with their own interest, they are going to homeopathic doctors, and thousands of patients are getting cured. Particularly mild and moderate cases are under the control of homeopathic doctors only nowadays. And serious patients are going to hospitals, they are getting admitted, and a huge sum is being spent for that. Now we can effectively contain the disease. We can effectively control the disease. This is our experience. Now we have to strategize our activities. We have to again, what are the strategies to be followed? This is my thing. I want to tell you that we have to capture the acceptance of the public, for which media should be made alert. Now media has come forward in this COVID-19. Now then only the government also has accepted, and government has permitted to give preventive medicines only after the media came to the picture. And apart from that, all the parliamentarians, means MPs and MLAs, should come forward. Most of the parliamentarians are, they know that homeopathy is effective and homeopathy give good results. They should come forward, and we have to convince those people about the merits of our system. Government should open the eyes. But we have to take up stands for opening the eyes of the government. Departments has to come forward. Now see, in Kerala, in my state, the problem is that 3 secretaries of health are allopathic doctors. They are willfully or not willfully not promoting homeopathic system of medicine as well as Ayurvedic system of medicine. So government should change the attitude. For what? For that, we can only take the help of the parliamentarians, MLAs and MPs. And also a united movement of the homeopathic fraternity with the support of the believers of homeopathy can spread a message on the concept of illness, concept of treatment, and concept of healthy living. So the concept of disease and healthy living has to be changed from the current scenario. And healthy living should be taken as a slogan that we are not promoting our immunity. We are going for antibiotics. We are going for other vitamins and all those things. How we can do our healthy exercise, healthy food, and all these habits has to be changed. Lifestyle modification is one of the important things. And all homeopathic associations may come together to make a consortium to have discussion on it.
That's
this is
what
the most important thing.
we are trying to do, sir. Anyway, thanks for your participation and thanks for your intervention of the subject. Very well said, sir. So it's time to wind up the session. So
Okay. But one thing, only by making a consortium of the associations, and we are actively working with this objective, we can materialize the things. Or else whatever we are doing, it is neglected from the part of the government.
For promoting homeopathy, we are trying to make the consortium of the whole homeopathic fraternity, the lovers of homeopathy, the complete organization of homeopathy in the world. So I would like to call Ms. Sima Filiser from Turkey. I wish to say one more thing. Today, the day before yesterday, we made a presentation in Turkey, and first international presentation in Turkey. We just started a small WhatsApp group in Turkey with the support of Dr. Servi Postanglu. And right now, today, there are 584 certified doctors in homeopathic doctors in Turkey. Now they started the third WhatsApp group. They are planning to connect the entire homeopathy doctors in Turkey to the IFPH platform. The effort from the Dr. Servi Postanglu is really appreciated. We should clap to her effort. And I would like to call Dr. Sima Filiser. She's a allopathic doctor and the core believer of homeopathy, and she's from Turkey. And can you please come forward and say a word of thanks and wind up the session, ma'am? She's there. I will please unmute Sima Filiser. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Your energy is still there.
Thank you for all the efforts of hello, thank you. Hello from Istanbul, Turkey. And I would like to thank you to all of you, to IFPH, and also all the members who participate. And it has been a great honor for all of us to enjoy the sessions, to renew our knowledge, and for me to get new knowledge. And I have just retired as an allopathic doctor, so this has been a great experience for me, and I really enjoy it, and I try to participate as much as I can. Thank you very much. And today, yes, we formed the third WhatsApp group, and there is great enthusiasm with the inclusion of pharmacists, dentists, and physical and doctors in general, and also from all walks of life. Thank you very much.
Ma'am, Turkey can do a lot of things. Turkey can do a lot of things, especially we can do a lot of things. And our slogan is on health, on world, win with homeopathy. Thank you. Thank you very much.
This should be a model
that
indeed. Other people from other countries also can come forward and can work together for the development of homeopathy all over the world.
Yes, sir.
This may be a good starting from your side.
Yes. Dr. Manorama is there. I think she is also from Nepal. Please participate in every day. Then we can share the knowledge that will change the world. Our slogan is also same like that. On health, on world, win with homeopathy. Thank you, Doctor.
Yes.
So we are officially wind up the session today.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you very much. God bless you all. Lot of love to all doctors.
Thank you.
Honorable Sir Firoz, thank you very much, sir. God bless you a lot, sir.
Thank you.
A lot of love to you, sir. And Honorable Dr. Shaji Khudiyat, and to all doctors, and especially Dr. Manoj.
Thank you, Dr. Bob Lim is also there, sir.
Oh, that's
Bob
great.
Lim is from Malaysia.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone.
Yes.
God bless you.
Doctor, we are expecting more participation from Malaysia. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Dr. Kamal Shah.
Should I close the session? Feroz sir, can I close the session?
5 minutes. 5 minutes, Rebel, please. Dr. Babarajan and Dr. Ihia. Anything want to say?
Thank you, Dr. Feroz. Kamal Shah here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we are expecting more participation from Malaysia. Like Turkey, we are expecting more participation.
Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because we can do, sir. We can do a lot of things. We can do a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
We really impressed the Bob Lim presentation, the last Bob Lim presentation, no?
Feroz.
Congratulations, the CFK, because she already can your full name because your initial as Dr. CFK.
Baburajan Breach. Baburajan.
Yes, yes. Feroz.
Yes,
I am
sir.
here.
Yes,
I am here. I am Baburajan.
Yeah, anything officially you want to say?
Yes, congratulations to everybody. And we have been doing a very good work. And this has been going from strength to strength. And we hope to see more improvement. And I will try my best to recruit more people, more homeopaths from Malaysia to join in our. At present, we got.
But how many homeopaths in Malaysia right now?
We have a few 100 actually, but they are distributed in several organizations.
You're which part of Malaysia is it? You're from which part of Malaysia?
This part, West Malaysia is near the capital city, Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur, no? Okay.
Yeah, near to Kuala Lumpur. That's where our is.
And Dr. Shah, you are?
I'm from the eastern part of West Malaysia.
Okay.
No. I'm from Kelantan.
Okay.
Kelantan, the Islamic State.
All right. Doctor, please, we need more participation. We need more presentation. So, Dr. Shaji is also there.
ठीक है जी, कोई बात नहीं.
All right.
I think Dr. Baburaj want to speak something. Dr. Baburaj. Dr. Baburaj, you speak.
The Honorable Dr. Shaji, grand congratulations on the session of Turkey. That day I'm not there, but sir, please send me the link. I really missed that, and I congratulate you a lot, and a lot of prayers and a lot of love for you, sir. Please, I will wait for that, sir. And I hope you are fine. Your general health is okay.